everyone, and welcome to the Perfume Realm. My name is Manahil, and today's video is actually going to be a little mashup of a few things. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, I'm going to be doing a first impressions, and then I'm going to tie all of that in together with a top 10 list for the most gentle and soft, tender fragrances I have in my collection. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you are interested in joining the realm, I highly suggest clicking the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you can stay up to date on everything that is happening here. Now, let's jump into it. Right before we actually start the top 10 list, I want to share with you guys a fragrance that has been discontinued and I have been trying so hard to find. I had to go through the entire internet, it feels, to finally find this, and it is from Maison Lancôme, and it is the Lavandes Trionon. So I was watching a video from the lovely Maite, and I will definitely be putting her channel link down in the description below. She was talking about the entire Maison Lancôme line, and she mentioned that this one had been discontinued and she thought it was so delicious, and the way she described it just made me want it right away. Like, I needed to have it. And the funny thing is, I actually have a huge wish list, and the next fragrance that I was going to plan on getting, which was Athalia, I believe, I completely pushed all of those fragrances that I've smelled or that I really know that I truly want. I pushed them all aside, and this became like the main thing on my mind. For some reason, it just got stuck in my mind, and the harder it was to find, the more and more I wanted it. And when perfume is discontinued, it becomes like the hottest commodity in the entire world. One day someone decided to put it up for sale finally and thankfully, and I bought it. So I did open the package up over on Instagram and they got a little sneak peek, but I decided to wait on the actual unboxing and also the first impressions for my beautiful, lovely YouTube subscribers who I love so much. But I know you guys are like, she is talking a lot today. We are gonna finally open this up. Let's do this. I'm very excited. Okay, this is the box. It says, assemblage of 2 French lavender flowers from Dragée Provençal, softened by crystallized vanilla signature. The fresh, sparkling notes of a fine lavender essence cultivated at a high altitude are combined with the balsamic scent of a lavender absolute. That sounds beautiful. So let's see what that smells like. Oh no, I don't want to break the box. Go. The only other fragrance that I own from this line is Oud Bouquet, and that is the older version. So I'm excited to see the bottle. Let's see. I have my eyes closed. This is so beautiful. Like, the bottle is just absolutely stunning, and I am a huge packaging lover. I fall for packaging all the time. Please excuse my not so aesthetic nails right now. It happens. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Okay, so let's smell this. Ooh, I love magnetic caps. I love them. Okay, here we go. Okay, just give me one moment with the fragrance. That is really pretty. So, impressions from the opening. A very bright lavender. Very bright. Very bright. Fresh. Airy a little bit. And there is that kind of faint vanilla in the background. But the lavender is very strong in the opening. Definitely strong. Kind of, I would say photorealistic, but that vanilla in it, the vanilla in the beginning right away kind of takes it away from that photorealism. So what I'm gonna do is let this sit on my arm, and then I'll be able to kind of give you the next stage of the fragrance, because for now I have the opening, which is straight up this beautiful, beautiful, tender, soft but bright. Actually, I wouldn't say soft. It's very bright. It's very apparent. It's not like a very shy type of lavender. But yes, you guys, the Lavandes obviously stands for lavender, and lavender is a very therapeutic scent. I love lavender. I started to realize that in the fragrance community, we really champion really bold, strong beast mode fragrances. I myself love to talk about beast mode fragrances because who doesn't love a very well, strong performing perfume? But for me, and I'm sure for many of you as well, perfume really impacts a lot of my life. So often I look for a perfume that really fulfills a need that I have. And sometimes you don't want something that bold. You don't want a loud statement making fragrance. You just want something very loving, very tender. I like to say kind fragrances. I already did an entire video on comforting and cozy fragrances, but this one is a little bit different. The reason these picks are going to be different from those comforting and cozy fragrances is because in that video, in my mind, I was specifically thinking about a fragrance that I would wear at home, maybe on my couch, maybe in my bed, painting, doing puzzles, some kind of hobby at home. Again, something very, very personal and to yourself. But these picks this time around, I wanted to do that are going to help relax you, but in different types of settings. So that could be work, it could be if you're in school, out and about with your children, wherever you are. I wanted to do fragrances that are going to make you feel that kind of comfort, but on the go and still kind of match that event or occasion. Okay, so let's start the list. I'm not going to be doing these in any type of order. The very first one on the list for soft, tender, gentle fragrances is Guimauve from Reminiscence. So way back in the beginning of my channel, which actually hasn't been that long, but in the beginning I did an entire review on this fragrance because I love it. I adore it. It is a beautiful, fluffy marshmallow, but with the utmost sophistication to it. The opening is herbal. It's a beautiful herbal surprise, honestly, because when I think of a marshmallow, I do not think of any type of herbal opening whatsoever. I think of something very fluffy and vanilla and gourmand and sweet, all of that, but not herbal. That's not what comes to mind. There is lavender and rosemary, all of these very surprising opening notes, but they just work beautifully. It's very uplifting. I have nothing like this in my entire collection, but if you are over there in Europe, you might be in luck. This might be, a little bit more affordable for you guys, which is awesome because I adore this and I think many of you will adore it as well. But when I spray this one on, it brings an automatic smile to my face. I feel like I have a friend right here with me wherever I sprayed it. And I just feel comforted. And by the way, Guimauve translates to marshmallow, which is very fitting. And although this one isn't exactly on my list, this is another fragrance that I have from Reminiscence, and this one is called Dragée, I believe. And this one is a beautiful candied almond scent, and I quite like it. It is the kind of almond that you often see paired with a cherry note in cherry fragrances. So it has that kind of sweetness to it, which I love. And here's the thing about this one. I got a sample of Lucum from my beautiful friend Anna Absolute. She sent me, a bunch of samples and I loved this one. I really, really did. I am a huge fan of Turkish Delight fragrances, and Lukum is, I believe, the word for Turkish Delight. And I really actually want the Serge Lutens one, which is also called Lukum. But this one I tried on and I really love it. This is, if you want to cheat and not buy the Keiko Mashiri one, because that one is pricey, definitely, I think that this is a good option. They are not the same by any means, but it does have that kind of sweet powdery almond. That one is very soft and actually would go great on this list if I had it. But yeah, that one is very soft. This one is not that soft, especially in the opening, but I think it gives you that kind of nice tender almond sweet type of a scent that is in there. So if you want to try it out and you weren't able to, or you're just looking for a really pretty almond fragrance, I think Dragée is amazing, and personally I want to get Lukum as soon as possible. Okay, the next fragrance is actually going to be a combination of two of the fragrances on my list. They are both very calming and gentle and soft on their own, but paired together they are an entirely new beauty. They complement each other so well. I call them scent soulmates, and they are Van Cleef & Arpels Orchid Vanille and Choco Musk from Al Harman. I think it's Al Harman or Al Harmain. It says Al Rehab here. So it is Choco Musk from Al Rehab and then Orchid Vanille from Van Cleef & Arpels. So let me explain really quick. Orchid Vanille is this really delicious, beautiful, soft fragrance. It is very soft. It's powdery. It's a powdery vanilla. I would say kind of like a vanilla dust sifted with chocolate Nesquik powder. If you aren't familiar with chocolate Nesquik, it is just a chocolate powder that you put in milk to flavor it like chocolate. I have had issues with the longevity when it comes to this one, and it's so unfortunate because it is very beautiful scent. To me, it's a little papery. It doesn't smell like paper, but that's like how fragile and delicate and beautiful it is. But like I said, the longevity isn't amazing, unfortunately. So I have been really experimenting with layering because I want this to last longer, or at least have its features enhanced. And when I was trying to layer other kind of vanilla fragrances with this or any other kind of fragrance, the problem was that it would change the beautiful, fragile, delicate, powdery nature of this and turn it more creamy or dense. Typically, I love creamy and dense fragrances. That's why I adore Delina Exclusive. But the beauty of this one lies in that really delicate, soft, gentle touch. So of course, I wanted something that would really preserve that beauty. And I found Choco Musk. So I had bought this just to buy it, just like Choco Musk, because I had heard about it and people said amazing things about it, and it is amazing on its own as well. This one lasts amazingly. Like the longevity and sillage and projection are really good, and this one is super affordable, especially compared to Orchid Vanille. But this one does have that kind of powdery chocolate scent, and when you pair them together, not only does it extend the life of Orchid Vanille, it also, like I said, enhances the beautiful natural features of the perfume. And I am loving this pair. I think that these are great to wear, you know, at home, each one on its own or together, but I also think these are luxe enough to wear out maybe if you are meeting someone special, something like that. I think that this is also great for that type of occasion as well. The next perfume is the beautiful La Perla. This one is also super affordable, and I think it is a steal. The bottle is amazing, and you know how I feel about packaging, but also the scent is so tender and light, but present. It's not like it's just a whisper. This has kind of a maternal effect, and I'm not necessarily saying it smells like a mother, but it has like the effect, the motherly effect when someone is there to take care of you, when someone is there to give you a hug, someone who you feel safe with, and like I said, very well loved. This is what it smells like. It is kindness in a bottle. Another kind and gentle fragrance is Hanemori's Butterfly. This one is a marshmallow type of scent, but not in the way Guimauve is. Guimauve is a very well structured fragrance. It has a very strong, prominent opening, it has the middle, and it has the base notes. Hanemori is more like a breath of marshmallow. It's not, super structured. It is far more airy than the Guimauve from Reminiscence. Okay, the next fragrance, I actually talked about this recently. It is, I believe, L'Eclat à Pareje, and this is from Lanvin. And this to me is a beautiful lilac scent, fresh, beautiful, bright, a great, great, great summer fragrance. I think that this is an amazing summer fragrance. And if you are going out, to a picnic, on a walk, something like a summertime outside activity, this one will work perfectly. Maybe you're in your backyard and you want to play a little volleyball against your family. This one, it works perfectly. Again, it is very light. It is sweet, but not like way, way, way too sweet that it would be cloying whatsoever. This is quite transparent, but I think that this one is very gentle as well. I think that it makes me happy, and I think it is also a kind fragrance. There's something very fantasy like to me. This to me smells like Princess Aurora or Sleeping Beauty. I think that this is what she would be wearing um, out when she was dancing in the forest, or before she had her true love's kiss. I think that this is what she would be wearing. So this is a great, gentle, and kind fragrance. Next up, let's say you're going to the office and you need a little bit of that perfume therapy, and you still want to smell office appropriate, still want it to be professional, but again, you need a little bit of love today. You need a little bit of a gentle touch today. Maybe you're a little sensitive. I think that Burberry for women is perfect for it. This just works so well, and I don't know why it hasn't become like super duper popular, because it just works in so many situations. So, of course, it isn't overly exciting or anything like that, but it is a very soft, gentle, woodsy type of a scent. It's woodsy, it has a little bit of this floral touch to it. The sweetness comes from the beautiful apricots in it, so a sophisticated type of sweetness. But again, like I said, it has a beautiful woodsiness to it. The next fragrance is probably the most delicate one I have on my list, and it is Vanille Violette from Laurence Dumont. So I highly encourage you guys to check out the Laurence Dumont line if you have a chance, because the vanilla fragrances in this line are very, very well done, and they're very inexpensive. This one, I believe, has been discontinued, but you can find it on eBay. You can find it around, and I bought mine off of eBay. That is why that really pretty light violet color has kind of turned, because it does have vanilla in it. And when vanilla sits for a while over time, as it ages, it does get a little bit darker. I think I say this every single time that I introduce it, but it just sums it up perfectly for me. It smells like an apricot cream soda, and a very soft, sparkling nature to it, and then the nice, sweet apricot scent, and then the nice, sweet, delicate, rounded vanilla. It's soft, it's gentle, it's yummy. Last on my list is La Vanilla's Vanilla Coconut. This one, again, has that kind of Play-Doh vibe that is very common in affordable fragrances. I was hoping for something a little bit more gourmand, but right now I really, really like it. I'm surprised by what the opening is. I was thinking it was going to be something else, but it's a really nice lavender right now. It's a really nice sweetened lavender. Okay, you guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. I hope you guys loved the video because I know there was a lot going on. Please let me know if you have ever tried Lavandes Trionon, if you have tried any of the other fragrances, and what fragrances seem kind and sweet and gentle to you from your collection, because I would love to know. Maybe I'll put them on my list. You know, I like to swap our lists a little bit in the comments. I love doing that. You know, you guys might hear something you want from my video, and then in return, maybe you guys can share with me something that you love as well. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for sharing your valuable time with me so we can sit and chat about perfume, fragrances, all of that here at the Perfume Realm. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.